Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Continue to get your green gear 25% off. Promo code Jericho1, all caps, and the number 1. People, we are witnessing something that we've never seen before. I know, on top of all this other shit we've never seen before. But on top of all that, we are seeing something else. We are watching a man lose his mind in real time. We are watching this man go crazy. We're watching Joe Biden, Bidenis Pervertis, our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. We're watching him go nuts. Even the Planters Peanut cartoon is going, man, you're nuts. Did you hear the other day when he was talking about how he plans to stop gun violence in this country? And he was talking about how even when the Second Amendment was passed, that there were limitations on who could have guns. And he says you couldn't buy a cannon. Who wanted to buy a cannon? And who couldn't buy guns? You mean black folks? You want to go back to that, Joseph? Well, of course, everybody can't have a gun. No one is trying to buy a cannon by today's standards. What, a tank? No, you can't have a tank. Yes, we have to make sure you're not a career criminal or someone who's violent before we give you a gun. Anything other than that, that's where you lose my support. And even more so, what was more dangerous and scary, he was talking about what? You think you need assault weapons to take on a tyrannical government? To take on the government? Yeah. What do you think, fool? You think you're beyond reproach? The government can never do anything wrong? They would never attack us? Man, please. If you believe that shit, I got some beans I want to sell you. They're magic. Yes, we need to stay armed against a tyrannical and corrupt government. That's what you're becoming. You damn right we need our guns. And you know what? Even if we don't need them, I want them. Well, you got to give a good reason of why you want a gun, why you would want something that shoots or holds 100 rounds. I'll tell you why. In one simple word. Because I want to. Because I'm not a criminal, because I have a clean record, because I pay taxes, and because I live in America. That's why I want a gun. Because I don't give a damn if I wanted something that shot 1,000,000 rounds. So what? As long as I'm shooting targets, and by some of my videos, large melons, what's wrong with that? Nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's getting killed. I'm doing something I want to do. I like to do something that I find fun. And I know they don't like that F word, because in their world, there is no fun. That's what most people have their guns for, to shoot them and enjoy them and to protect themselves. You guys don't do a good job. You're letting criminals out. You're hog-tying the police. You're allowing riots to run rampant across this country. Last summer, anybody? So yeah, you damn right we have our guns, and if we need to use them against your corrupt ass, then so be it. He said if you're going to try to take on the government, you're going to need some F-15s and some nuclear weapons. No, you're going to need the F-15s and the nuclear weapons. And why would he say F-15? That's such an outdated aircraft. Why wouldn't he say an F-22 Raptor, a F-A-35? Why would he say something like that? Why an F-15? But anyway, that was it. Are you worried? Are you worried because you're doing something that might cause us to lash out against you? Is that why you're saying that? Because you know damn good and well, if Trump uttered those same words, Trump is against the American people. He's going to attack the American people. He's a corrupt government. And you know one good thing that would come out of him saying that? because they would have to go against him simply because he said the words, then that means they would have to say that the framers of the Constitution and all of the amendments were right. They were right. We do need these weapons against a tyrannical government. There he goes right there. So that would be the one good thing that comes out of it. And I just saw somebody drive by with a bumper sticker on that car that says, "I'm vaccinated. Are you?" I want to take a bumper sticker and put it right underneath that, and the bumper sticker would say, "It's none of your fucking business." What do they say about vegans? How can you tell someone's a vegan? They'll tell you all about it. Something like that. Well, how do you know somebody's vaccinated? They'll tell you all about it. Nobody cares that you're vaccinated. Make sure you don't care that I am. Anyway, we are watching this man lose his damn mind. There's another clip, and I'll put links to both of these in the description box so you can see it yourself. There's the one where he comes out. This is so weird. Where he comes out and he's whispering. He says, "Hey, I've given them over $1.9 trillion in aid. And there's money that will help what did he say? Significantly or consequential. There will be consequential payments coming this week." So fucking, what is wrong with this dude? Man. He's up here whispering, and then he says, he's all, a lot has been happened already. A lot has been happened. Man, what the fuck? Look. I think it's safe to say, technically, I talk for a living, and I do stumble over my words, and I do misspeak, but I correct it immediately, and that's all it is. Stumbling over a word, misspeaking. This dude's mind isn't wired correctly anymore. Things aren't coming out in the right order. A lot has been happened already. My 5-year-old doesn't talk like that. We are watching this man slowly slide and slip into senility. What the fuck? Hey, I've already given $1.9 trillion in payments. Man, why are you talking like that? We're not an 8-year-old in a corner somewhere. You don't need to be whispering like that. Speak up, you crazy bastard. What the fuck? Man, if I'm laughing and you're laughing at this fool, the rest of the world has to be laughing at him. A lot has been happened already. This shit happens all the time. This isn't just once or twice, here or there. This shit happens every time he opens his mouth to speak. He's going to say something wrong. He's going to jumble his words. What did he say? Something about the Revolutionary War. They didn't have enough airports. Look, I'm no history buff, but I know during the Revolutionary War, they didn't have airplanes, so they probably wouldn't need airports. Remember, this dude got his shaky hand over the red button. Man, you know what? To get them to do the right thing, all we need to have is Trump come out and say the wrong thing, so to speak. So if Trump comes out, just like he got Kamala to take her dumbass down to the border, all he has to do is say, well, I'm going to go here and do this. So they would clamor and fall over themselves to do the opposite of what he says. So Trump, I know you're watching. Please come out and tell these people not to do anything about the violence in this country. Tell them to come out. Tell them to go after our guns harder. Because then they'll stop coming after our guns and they will do something about the violence in these cities, in these Democrat-run cities. Because as old and as cliche as it is, guns are not the problem. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. When I first got my Glock 17, I did a video, an unboxing, and I loaded my gun and I sat it on the table. And I waited for it to shoot me, and it didn't. And I'm happy to say, guys, I've had them for around a year. They still haven't shot me. They're loaded at home, sitting there. but they just don't have the courage to shoot me. That's probably because guns aren't shit by themselves. They're tools. Are we going to have a mass screwdriver buyback? We're going to have legislation against crescent wrenches because those are tools. And they do nothing, they tighten nothing, they loosen nothing without someone picking it up and putting it to work. So a gun would fall under that same category. I don't give a shit how big the magazine is, how many rounds of it. Who needs something that holds 100 rounds? Me! I live in California. I wish I could have a 100-round mag. Why not? And he wants an assault weapons ban. What is an assault weapon? Why are you going after ARs? Oh, I know why. Because they're big and they're black and they're scary. And we know you Democrats don't like black things. Obviously, the history books are riddled with black things you didn't like. Is that why you're going after the AR? Assault. Man, look, it doesn't matter how many rounds somebody has. It doesn't matter if they have an AR-15 or not. The bullets in the gun are not the issue. Start going after the criminals who misuse these tools. How about that? How about throwing the book at these fuckers? Because if you do that, word will get out, oh, we can't do this anymore. And here's something, I'm going to close with this. Here's something I was thinking about. So in Chicago, in the surrounding areas in the Midwest, you hear them talk about how the guns in the street come from theft. People, the gang members go into these homes of these law-abiding gun owners and they take the guns out of their home. So somehow, in a roundabout way, you're blaming the lawful gun owner for having guns in their homes for these fools to come steal. That's where they're telling you most of these guns come from that end up on the streets and end up killing Chicagoans. Okay, if that's the case, then how come these neighborhoods where these guns are stolen from aren't also riddled with crime? How come the neighborhoods that these fools go to steal these guns and steal them from the stores, the gun shops, and get them from the gun shows? How come the areas they take the guns from aren't riddled with crime and murder if the guns are the problem? Why not? Why aren't there mass shootings and homicides and poverty near these gun factories? Remington, Glock, Beretta, Benelli, Citadel. Insert gun manufacturer here. How come around these gun factories aren't riddled with crime and murder? Since that's where the guns are, and the guns are the problem. Someone tell me. The neighborhoods and homes that they steal these guns from, how come they're not crime-ridden? How come there aren't homicides there daily if the guns are the issue and not the people? Obviously, it's the people. Obviously, you need to get tougher on them and not on us. You need to tighten the reins on them and loosen them on us. We are not the problem. We're trying to protect ourselves. That's why it's called Call the Cops. Because the cops aren't there when it happens. You have to call them to the scene. We're already on the scene, so we need to have guns so the cops don't have to worry about nothing when they show up. They can just bring the meat wagon and the coroner. Give us a fighting chance, not the crooks. Give us a fighting chance when we hear that glass break in the middle of the night. Or if you're dumb enough to be in your room doing homework. If you have the nerve to be showing your mom how to do a dance in the living room, maybe they have a gun there to protect themselves. Maybe if these fuckers know that these people are armed, we're not even going to come over here and cause any problems. You think so? Man, please, let me get over here and wrap up my state-mandated meal period. The only good thing California's giving me. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please, subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.